What are the biggest challenges surrounding horse nutrition and training a horse?
The biggest challenges are trying to get the horse as fit as you possibly can, do as much work at home with the horse as you can, so that when he gets to the race course he will be able to perform at his best. But the more work you give them, quite often the more this will suppress their appetite. So trying to get the right nutrition into them and the amount of work, it can be a difficult balance to achieve. This is especially the case with young horses or fillies or mares. Then it can be difficult just to get that balance right.
Do you like to try new products to help with nutrition and performance?
Yeah, anything you can get that will aid the horse's performance or increase the horse's performance. You look at anything that's on the market at the moment to try and help yourselves give you one up.
Do the different distances of horse races throw up different challenges around training methods and nutrition?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, a horse that's running on either soft ground or over longer distances is obviously going to need more nutrition and arguably more work to start with, but perhaps less work in between races than perhaps a 6 furlong sprinter who is not going to take half as much out of themselves in their training or in their races. So again, trying to achieve that balance, and each horse is very different, and trying to get that balance correct of how they work and what distances they run over to the amount of nutrition you give them.
What did you notice different about the horses that are on Equizyn?
I think the first thing that really showed up was how quickly horses recovered from their races. Compared to last year, when horses would perhaps take a week or so to recover from a hard race, that wouldn't be the case. It would be 3 or 4 days, if that, probably less than that. As soon as we were getting back on them riding, they just they recovered so much quicker than they had before, and came out of the races so much better, which from a training point of view made life so much easier. From the owner's point of view, meant you could look to run the horses sooner, so it definitely was a big help.
Did the horses enjoy Equizyn? Was it easy to administer?
Yeah, it was. I think we had 12 horses on it. I think there was 2 of them that wouldn't have it in the tablet form that it comes in. But with those, we were able just to grind it down into a powder, put that on the feed, and then they all ate the Equizyn very, very easily and very well.
Equizyn's main benefit is recovery times and reduced muscle wastage. Did you find that to be true?
Yeah, very much so. The prime example will be a horse here we have called Mystery. He got moved to us last summer because he didn't look well. He didn't take his racing very well, and certainly this year he managed to maintain his weight. If anything, was putting on weight through the season, the runs he had. All his runs were on heavy ground, over 3.5 miles plus. He ended up winning 2 races, and he even was able to win a 4-mile race around Newcastle on heavy ground, and then was out again 3 weeks later to run over 3 3/4 miles and finish second. And again, holding his condition very well all the way through. But again, I think that just shows how well he recovered post-race, which I doubt is something he would have been able to do without the help of Equizyn.